There they go into the gate. Vic Stauffer has the call, the headliner in our Girl Power Hour, Zenyatta in the Grade 1 Vanity.
They're off. Good start. Breecat is asked for speed, and she goes to the front from Dawn After Dawn, and All I Can Say Is Wow away second and third. Hot and Dusty comes away fourth. Zenyatta's fifth in the early running, and the early trailer is Modification. It will be Breecat at the clubhouse turn, and she'll set the pace. Not going that fast to the backstretch. Breecat leads by a length and 3/4 from All I Can Say Is Wow in second. Dawn After Dawn stays at the rail. She's third and about 3 from the front. Hot and Dusty has 4.5 to make up. Defending champion Zenyatta is second to last. She is fifth with about 8 lengths to close, and Modification is at the back of the pack as they turn into the backstretch in the 69th Vanity Handicap, and Breecat is doing it smoothly. Breecat is the leader. All I Can Say Is Wow stays after her in second. Breecat passes the 5 furlong marker with a length and 1/4 on All I Can Say Is Wow in second. Dawn After Dawn going to angle off the rail for a clear run. She's third and 3 from the front. Hot and Dusty and Zenyatta are now together fourth and fifth. Zenyatta is about 6 lengths behind. She's 5 in front of Modification. They leave the backstretch, and Breecat tries to steal away. Breecat is now 2.5 lengths in front of All I Can Say Is Wow in second. Dawn After Dawn is 3 from the front. Zenyatta is now pushed along. She's got 5 lengths to make up. Hot and Dusty inside of her. Modification at the back of the pack, and Breecat is confronted by Dawn After Dawn. Here comes Zenyatta in the center of the racetrack, and she's 2.5 lengths from the lead, but gotta go past mid-stretch. Dawn After Dawn has the lead. Breecat runs her heart out. Now Zenyatta's kicked into gear, and here she comes, right on by. Zenyatta suddenly 2 in front. Here's the real Zen Master, and she's won 11! Zenyatta wins the 69th Vanity. Breecat battled back. Dawn After Dawn was next.
She did it again. It looked like she was going to be running uphill, turning for home. The speed dug in and tried to fend her off. But right there, the joy and the emotion of knowing you've got the best mare on the planet. They can't beat you no matter what they do. Zenyatta, 11 for 11. Outstanding job for the Mosses and Mr. Sheriff and Mike Smith.
And the big question today was, as she carried the heaviest weight of her career, how would it affect her? And you started to wonder a little bit at the top of the stretch, but once she gets going, there's no one who can stand in her way, regardless of the impost aboard her.
There's absolutely not, and John Sheriff's got to be very, very relieved there, coming back to the winner's circle. And yeah, it looked like for a while there she was just going up and down, but Mike Smith never really asked her from the 5/16 pole home.
Mike Valpredo, what's the man going to say now?
Well, we have to ask him, John, congratulations. How impressed are you by this performance, considering the weight and considering everything you've done to get here?
You know, she's just amazing. You know, we're all talking about, you know, she's just an amazing racehorse, and, you know, I think she's, you know, really coming into her form now.
All of the applause, the people standing, saluting you, high-fiving, making signs in the paddock. Have you seen anything like this, and how much greater does it make the taste of success?
You know, it's wonderful that other people appreciate it, and having a fan base like this for Zenyatta is just a thrill to be around her.
Were you worried at all? Because she definitely had a challenge with that weight, and they knew what they wanted to do tactically to try to take this away from her.
Yeah. You know, I have a lot of confidence in Mike Smith and obviously Zenyatta, and they're such a good team together that, you know, when she hits her stride, she covers a lot of ground.
We have to tell you, if you didn't know already, Rachel Alexandra won by 20 lengths, but I bet you're more excited about this.
Well, yes, obviously, yeah.
Questions for another day, guy. Right now, a huge salute to the champion Zenyatta, jockey Mike Smith, and the winning connections once again.
Thank you so much, Mike Valpredo. I mean, you know, John Sheriff's probably watched what Rachel did, and he's very well aware of what she's capable of, but he's more than happy with the one he's got in his deck.
And let's pick up the action on the far turn. This is where she makes her usual winning move.
It certainly is, and you can see Mike Smith got it to the outside. As we talk through this replay, she is coming back to the winner's circle and just getting an astounding round of applause here. Just listening to the crowd as Zenyatta returns to the winner's circle. And the applause was happening down the stretch here in this during the running of this race, and she really doesn't hit her stride here till about the last 16th of a mile. That's when she really puts her opposition away. Mike puts the whip away. Very impressive.
I got to tell you something. As she comes back to the winner's circle, this is where the Mosses get it. On their way down, Mrs. Moss looked at two of the Zenyatta sign holders and said, "You come with us to the winner's circle." How often do fans get picked out of the crowd to go down onto the playing field? It doesn't happen, only in horse racing, and it happens because of the Mosses. When Zenyatta comes into the winner's circle, two of her fans here at Hollywood Park with their signs are going to be there for her winner's picture.
That's why you need to get into this sport, because I've tried that at the Laker games, Ken, for the last 10 years and never got called down to the floor by Phil Jackson. That's why this sport is great. You can be part of it, and I'm just so glad that Zenyatta has done it again today. 11 for 11.
She is truly an amazing vision to watch, and she knows. And it's one of those things that I find to be just so interesting and compelling, how a horse just knows. And she knows exactly what's happening from beginning to end. And her personality is so outrageous. It changes every minute leading up to a race, and then it changes right when she gets to the winner's circle. She knows, I'm supposed to go to that circle where the grass is. That's mine. That's my house.
It's cliche, Ken, but the good ones have that personality. You hear it from trainers time and time again. There is the ownership group of Jerry and Ann Moss, and they've been inviting people into the winner's circle. You see the signs there?
There's the sign, Todd. Yeah. You're talking both of them.
Zenyatta for governor, Zenyatta for rock. So that's the reason to come out to the track on days like this.
What a phenomenal gesture. Just two fans showed up to cheer Zenyatta. Could they have imagined they're going to end up in the winner's circle? What a thrill.
And get themselves a copy of the picture.
That's right.
And it is a beautiful thing. I have to say, I was invited to the winner's circle in the San Diego at Del Mar with the Mosses and get the picture, and then they provided the picture for me. They sent it to my house because they're just like that. They said, you want to have this keepsake because you don't get a chance to go into the winner's circle for a greatest stakes event with champions like these.
There is Jerry and Ann Moss, and they've put so much into the sport over the years, and been involved with John Sheriffs and John Sadler. Let's listen into the applause as she enters the winner's circle.
There are times in this sport where a 2-length win is as good as a 20-length win. This is one of those times. To the casual observer, they're going to look at the 20-length margin by Rachel Alexandra, consider her the super filly unbeatable. But I'm telling you, Zenyatta's performance with this winning margin, just as impressive.